Okay. Hey guys, for the writing goals this semester, a lot of you talked about wanting to be able to write in more effective and efficient ways, which really is talking about the writing process. And in actuality, everybody has their own writing process, and it takes a really long time to figure out what that is. So I have asked some other teachers to tell you what their writing process is, and we have sort of this teacher log of writing methods, but this is what mine is. So essentially you are going to have 3 different writing assignments that you'll probably get in high school or college. The first one is response to literature, another one is response to articles, and the third one is research. So before I do any writing, I do a lot of gathering of data. So if I'm reading a book, every time that I find something that's interesting in the book, I write it down or I take note of it. If I am reading an article or doing research, I always take note of anything that is interesting. When I do this, I have a Word document with me, and I cite things. So I already have the citation for the source that I'm reading up, and I write down the quote, and I do the in-text citation for that. So I have all of my citation stuff done right away. After I'm done reading everything that I'm going to read, I then chunk the information. So I put it into groups that sort of make sense to me. And after I have those groups, I come up with this conclusion of what I want to write about, what I want to try and say in my paper. After that's done, I write the paper based on that grouping with the intro and the conclusion. And when I write, I really write and I revise at the same time. I don't do a lot of revision after the fact because I spend so much time trying to find the right thing to say at first. This doesn't work for a lot of people, but this is what I do. So after I'm done with that, I take some time off from it, so a couple of days, and then I come back to it and I read it to see if what I said actually makes sense. Because if you do it right away, I'm like, oh, I thought about this so much. Of course this makes sense. So I take some time to wait and see if that still makes sense to what I said. And again, I do an overall edit. It doesn't take me very much time because I spent so much time beforehand. And that essentially is my writing process.